Yes. That is actually Joel's argument when people say, because he, the border and stuff like that. He's like, what they don't understand is it's not because we're fleeing 100% from poverty. It is because of the cartel that people are leaving. It's not safe there, obviously, because his bitch ass got braces. I don't get braces. Why? Because we don't have universal health care. So I'm like,
I remember going to the dentist with my mom in Mexico, though, and being very suspicious.
Well, and that's the thing is that he was in Mexico City. So
I was in Ameca. So that's like an hour away from Guadalajara.
Yeah.
My family's actually not even from Ameca, technically. It's from
My
literally
family
a
is from
village.
San Jose Durango, which is literally a village.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think that's the difference, unfortunately, is that rural Mexico versus
City
Mexico is really different.
Yeah.
Vastly
It's so
different.
different.
Yeah, that's where my family lives, is in the rural areas. But my tia spends, my oldest tia, she spends most of her life living in Juarez, which,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But I had, we would stop in Juarez and we had friends there that we
loved
would stay
Juarez.
with. And then we would
I
go
love
down.
going to the fair and eating elotes.
Yeah, I would get to go to Mexico every summer. So I think that helps me with my Spanish, where people speak to me. Mm-hmm. They get really confused because I'm able to speak Spanish in a way that's kind of native.
Oh, you mean like a
Spanish
Spanish speakers that are
speaking
okay.
Spanish. So
Okay.
they always ask me where I'm from, expecting an answer that I'm from Mexico.
Your accent, your English accent is what I learned.
Yeah. My English accent's really good, but then my Spanish accent isn't bad.
Yeah.
So I'm able to move in a way that's really weird.
It's like
sometimes.
a form of code switching, honestly.
I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. And I love speaking Spanish at work.
Me too.
I always feel like a fish in a fishbowl because everyone's like, oh my God, I just love watching you speak Spanish.
I hate
and I'm
that,
like,
though. It's so annoying.
Right.
I
I'm
don't-
like, well, then I'm going to throw shit at you because you're treating me like a monkey in a zoo.
I hate it when people are like,
Jesus.
Can I practice my Spanish with you?
No.
Honestly, for me, because I feel so happy when I'm speaking Spanish, because it literally takes me back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
But I'm not trying to teach Güeritos how to speak Spanish.
I don't care because I think one of the things that Americans have really fucked up is the way that we treat language and other languages.
Every other.
When you tell somebody learn English, that's a derogatory thing to tell somebody. See, so for me, I definitely want to be somebody who's let's learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I can teach you. I can definitely be somebody that you can speak with that will help you. But,
No, and I always do that, but too,
respect
myself.
me.
Yes.
That's the one
Right.
thing.
See, and that's the thing, is a lot of the time when I get asked that, I feel like they're commodifying it. A lot of the time I don't feel like it's genuine. It's like, oh, you speak Spanish? Let me throw the 5 Spanish words I,
hate
know
when
at
my
you.
boss, who doesn't speak Spanish and doesn't seem to be very open to speaking
If someone's
Spanish.
genuine about it, I'm not gonna
Oh, girl. I went to, when he's like, hola, or adios, or just one-off words.
Gracias.
I hate it.
ass.
One
Chinga tu
time,
madre.
Yeah.
I went to Amy's Coffee House.
Right.
In the morning, I went to Amy's Coffee House and the girl was like, buenos dias. And she was a white woman. And I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Hablas español? And the bitch did not know what to do with all the words that I threw at her because she wasn't expecting me to speak with her to her in a serious way. She was using it
She was
as
being silly.
And the thing is that language is really, really meaningful. Words mean things, and the intent of those words mean things. And I feel like a lot of people don't
Realize that.
They just don't care.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're
damaging.
trying to commodify my language.
Well, they do
when
that with African American vernacular English too.
God. Fucking A.
Yeah.
Because every Spanish speaker is like, oh, you speak Puerto Rican Spanish, right? So you're like the ghetto Spanish. And I'm like,
What is
fucking
ghetto
A.
Spanish? I feel like anything that's not Spaniard Spanish is
Exactly.
not formal.
Them
that's-
goddamn Spaniards. and
That's
they're-
also thinking of how the British English is formal.
Yep.
I personally feel like language is supposed to be fluid and
Oh, yeah,
evolving.
for sure.
And it's this idea of hierarchy.
Right.
And it
Well,
is
the
cultural.
Spanish that they teach in schools is usually Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what I like
what
to
is
call it.
What is it? The vosotros.
Castiliano. Voz.
Vosotros.
I'm sorry. Fucking A. It's a lisp. I'm sorry.
We have a mutual friend that
I'm sorry.
he taught himself Spanish and he taught himself the Castilian Spanish. And every time I spoke with that motherfucker in Spanish, I'm like, why you gotta have a lisp?
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta have a lisp?
So I guess to explain why people call Puerto Rican Spanish ghetto is A, because it's spoken way faster, which I can't fucking do anymore
I don't know.
because I
My
had to
mom's
slow
friend
it the
Hilda
fuck
could
down.
talk real fast.
Have you ever tried to have a conversation with a Dominican person too? The Puerto Rican and
Yeah.
Dominican,
Oh,
like
but that right there is why we're
speed.
ghetto, is because both of our cultures, because of
They're
slave
rooted in
trade, were
blackness.
Africanized.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So a lot of the words that we use are actually African words.
Or-
so
yeah,
that's
or
why
like
it's the
Caribbean.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's a mixture of both. That's why it's ghetto.
It's like that
It's
indigenous
because-
black language.
It's ghetto.
like
'cause
Creole.
Y'all just make up words, and I'm like, oh, but bitch, if you only knew that
I make up
it
words in
wasn't-
Spanish.
Right. Fucking
But the
sorry,
thing is, they're not
Spaniards.
made up words. They're
They're
words that
not.
are rooted in a culture that's been
culture.
erased.
Oh yeah, because I mean, no one speaks Taino anymore because those
No.
fuckers are dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, there's still like there's remnants of them in you, girl.
I know my big
They're
ass
still
hips.
surviving.
Actually, I'm not sure where my hips come from, the Tainos or Africa. I'm not
They
sure.
don't lie either way.
Nope.
If you enjoyed this episode, you can help us out by subscribing on your podcast app and leaving a rating or review. Find Hey Neighbor on Facebook or on Twitter at Hey Neighbor Pod. Feel free to leave us feedback or conversation ideas. You can also email us at heyneighborpodcast@gmail.com. Bye, neighbors.